My name is Paula Pinnock. I'm the Managing Director for FYI Consultancy Group, the organizers of the Youth Football League Junior Cup. Been in football for a while. Kudos to Captain Burrell and to my former company. I've been around football and organizing football tournaments for a very long time. The desire to extend to the Youth Football League really came out of a previous tournament that we did in 2013 and 2014 called the Samsung Cup. And, taking the experience from executing events like Gold Cup, World Cup Trophy Tour, we decided to undertake this youth initiative out of an identified need. There is a need for more grassroots programs in Jamaica, and so we decided to re-engage our target audience, primary and prep school kids, and create our own tournament, which we hope to last for years and years to come. One of the things that we wanted to strategically do with the Junior Cup is to engage the various stakeholders. So the Sports Development Foundation is on board, and they have supported us financially as well, which is important. We have engaged the JFF, and we are looking to get deeper into our relationship with the JFF because they have some needs that match with ours, and that we see as a long-term partnership. Of course, getting the bodies, the InSport and GISA involved is important to us because, as I said, we want this tournament to become a staple. We want it to be something that, stands the test of time. We can't get back to a World Cup. We can't truly develop football in Jamaica without realizing that we must start with the younger children. So we want children as old as 6 years old to be engaged in competitive football, and that's why we have different tournaments in order to achieve that. Some of the challenges that we're facing is obviously there's always a financial struggle, especially when you take on a project of this magnitude, very ambitious project, because this is not just a Kingston initiative. We want it to be an all-island initiative where we're getting every prep school that wants to participate and every primary school that wants to participate. So money is a real struggle for us. So I think definitely beyond money, the next is a cultural shift. It's a mindset shift. So we have to work with the school administrators, with the coaches, to get them to buy into what we're trying to do, which is essentially start competitive football for the younger kids. Right now, most schools, unless you reach grade 4, you're not touching a football. You're not playing competitive football. Yes, you'll play football during PE, etc., but competitively, those kids are not engaged. And so that's what we're essentially trying to do by working with the established institutions, with the GISA, with the InSport, with the JFF, with the SDF, to see how we can get younger kids involved in competitive football, and with the parents, because they need to buy into it as well. Football needs to be a 12 months a year thing, not just 3 months out of the school year, and then it's on to another sport. We must find a way to integrate football into our full calendar year at school in order to grow the sport. So we are definitely excited about the 2023 season for the Youth Football League. Last year, as you know, we started with the U11 tournament, but that was just introductory. This year, we get to roll out, the entire portfolio, which is 3 Junior Cup tournaments, the U9, the U11, and the U13. The U9 will start on March 4th, and we'll be in Kingston and Drax Hall. The U13, which is geared towards our traditional footballers in prep and primary school. Those are your 10, 11, 12-year-olds. That one will kick off May and June, and we will be in Manchester and Kingston for that one. And of course, we return to the U11 in October, November, which will be in Montego Bay and Kingston. In addition to all of that, because we're not done, we have our coaching clinics, which is where we will work with our coaches who are part of the programs, who participate, just to pass on best practices and new skills, new training opportunities, just to share. It's a great opportunity for coaches to share. And of course, as I mentioned, we want to work with the JFF to ensure that all coaches at this level are certified and understand what they are doing and the best practices available around the world, not just in Jamaica.
Hello, my name is Joshua Gregory. I attend Emmanuel Christian Academy, and I'm a part of their football team. I have 2 favorite moments, and the one in the finals when I scored. So Dominic Cookson passed the ball to me and I was on the left side of the pitch and I was dribbling, and then I fell at the time when I shot the ball, and then it just ended up scoring. So it was one of my favorite moments. I felt very happy that we just secured the win after that goal. During the tournament, I was taking a free kick and I wanted to try something new, which was a knuckleball, and it ended up working and scored. That is a new technique I learned during the tournament. A knuckleball is when you have to hit the middle of the ball to make the ball just go all over the place so that the goalkeeper doesn't know where it's going. I think my team did well during the tournament because we trained very hard, we worked very hard as a team, we had great chemistry, and I'm happy to be the first winners. During the tournament, I didn't make any new friends, but I got closer with my teammates, which are Kush Golding and Dominic Cookson.
What advice would you give to younger kids who are going to play in the U9 tournament?
I would say work hard, try to make chemistry with your teammates, and to just do your best. Hello, my name is Joshua Gregory. I'm the MVP for the U11 Junior Cup, and go and support the U9s.
My name is Coach Greg Jones. I coach the Emmanuel Christian Academy football team. Well, we came back to school the first week in September. We knew about the tournament from before, and we started preparing from then. I think our program, because of how it is structured, we would have been at a better place than most of the other schools because our program runs right through the school year. So the boys are pretty much prepared for this sort of tournament. As the coach of the winning team, it feels good being the first time champions. That's something that nobody can take away from us. We were the first. That's history. And it helped the school also because of a program that a victory like that would promote the sport within the school. We have a good crop of U11 players, and our program continues to produce good players. So it feels good. You're seeing the success and the fruits of your labor. I think my team's biggest strength overall is the cohesiveness of the players. We have a bond, all the boys. We live like a family. So for us, it's not just playing football. It's about life skills. The boys have a very tight relationship, and that helps with the chemistry on the field and even off the field, because the football game really starts off the field, and that's our biggest strength. We are a cohesive unit. Tactically, I think there are some things that we need to work on defensively, but that will get better, with more training, more time on the pitch, more time working together. I think, we face some challenges. I think our biggest challenge in the tournament was the team. Because of the quality of the players, being complacent or becoming complacent was a big factor for us. Especially in the quarterfinals, we thought that the team that we were playing was, below the standard that we were used to. So we got very complacent and almost got knocked out of the semi-final, and that was a wake-up call. So I think, and that was a lesson for us. I think our biggest weakness was that we became complacent. But after that game, I thought the boys rallied and did exceptionally well after that. I am an advocate for grassroots football. I preach this, I talk about this every day. If we're going to transform the football landscape of this country, we have to start at the 7, the 8, the 9, the 10s, 11 and 12s, which is grassroots. I think what this organization is doing, Free Your Image organization, as it relates to grassroots football, is something that we should rally around, is something that we should support. They're not going to stop having Emmanuel in these tournaments. We promote them, we preach them, we believe in them, and we think it is the right step forward. So yes, we're going to continue to enter these tournaments. We don't think we're going to win all the time. We want the boys to do well, and it's great exposure. You look at Rashad Gregory, one of the best U10s in this country, showcasing his skill in a tournament like this. So, a Rocco Barnes, probably one of the best U9s in the country. So this is showcasing the talent, and it's exposing what we have in this country, just raw, born football talent. So we endorse it and we support it. There were some standouts in the tournament, not just for Emmanuel. We had, most persons know Rashad is super talented, and Dominic Cruikshank from Emmanuel. But there are other boys, I don't know all their names. There was a kid from the school we played in the finals. I thought he was an exceptional talent. Playing against Emmanuel, we found a way to shut him down. But I thought that he was good, very, very good. Probably one of the better center forwards I saw in the tournament. I'm saying to the kids, keep playing. Keep playing. The kids develop at different pace, but keep playing. We're not going to have all the players play like Rashad or Dominique or Rocco, but we want the kids to play. And so we encourage them to keep training hard, keep working hard, and keep playing the sport that they love, the sport of football. Advice to coaches who coach at this age group or this level. Wow, it's sometimes can be very frustrating coaching at this level, yeah? But this is the best group of kids that you can coach and impact lives. They are pliable in your hands. As a coach, who I also coach my two sons, and sometimes I have to take a step back, remind myself that these are children who are still learning the sport. Sometimes our expectations of them can be so high. We expect them to play like adults. But sometimes I have to do some self-search and some self-introspection. Allow the kids at this age to enjoy the sport. Do not break them trying to build them. And that's a mistake a lot of the coaches make. We break the athletes trying to build them. So let's encourage them to play, keep them playing, keep them loving the sport. If we have more kids loving the sport, they will grow and they will develop. So allow them to love it, allow them to enjoy it, right? And just remind yourself that they are children and they're still learning the sport.
My name is Rocco Barnes and I play for Hillel. My favorite part of this tournament is in the first match where I scored the first goal and we won 4-0. I felt excited and I felt very good and I felt like I was a star. During this tournament, I learned how to take a shot better and learned how to pass better. I think my team did well because they did a good job of keeping composure and passing the ball and winning and just doing a very good job. During this tournament, I got closer to Jonas Tavares Finson and Jacob Smith. My experience in playing in the U11 tournament was amazing and I loved it so much, and it was just like one of the best experiences ever. Now that I'm gonna play in the U9 tournament, I'm just as excited and I'm ready to mash up everything that comes in my way and win.
I want to show my two sons.
Yes!
I really want to show my two sons.
I'm telling you that. You see your two children?
Yes, sir.
They're not going to get nothing from me.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you're not going to give them, you're going to take it.
Tell your two children.
Yes, sir.
They need to get ready.
Oh,
because
trust me, they are ready. Believe me.
You're sure?
Positive.
You're sure?
Positive. They are absolutely ready.
You are sure?
Just make sure to get that on video.
My name is Rocco Barnes and I play for Hillel and I'm going to play in the Junior Cup. Come watch me.
My name is Rudolph Speed. I'm the chairman of the JFF Technical and Development Committee. But definitely we have to support Junior Cup. All football starts at that level. We are now learning that the earlier you start, it's the better for the country because the players would have been prepared better to even perform at the international level. So it is important that you have organized training and organized competition at that level. So players will be aware of what is required to succeed in this sport later on in life. People just think of the persons who play on the field, but there's a lot more persons who are involved in the game. Coaches, parents, physios, doctors, physical trainer, goalkeeper, coach, just managers. A lot of other people are instrumental in making football what it is. And even if some of those kids does not become professional footballers in the long run, because only 2% succeed, they will become lifelong spectators, which is essential to the financial aspects of the game. We do teach our coaches at the junior level that is not a win at all cost attitude they must have. So what we do, and we expect your tournament also to do, is to have the coaches in and let them understand that development is most important, not necessarily to win. Of course, everybody wants to win, but development is important. You have to treat the players in such a way that they will love the game, not that they would go away hating the game because of the treatment of the coaches or the other managers or spectators because they only want to win. So it's a holistic development of the coach. I believe that coaches at that level really have much more patience than coaches at the higher level. So it's really on the coach, I think, to developing a better human being when they coach players at this age group. We need better coaches also to train the youth at the lower level. In some developed countries, it's really the better coaches who coaches the youth because they need to get the basics right at that particular stage. So I don't think we have enough in Jamaica. I think we need more of these tournaments. I think we need more if we are going to be saying that we're a football nation and we want to succeed at the highest level. Success for professional players don't start at the professional. Where they start is at the grassroots levels for young kids to get lots of opportunity to play, lots of opportunity to enjoy themselves, lots of opportunity to score goals, lots of opportunity to interact with other kids to become better human beings and in turn become better players. Football is a team game, which means that you have to cooperate. If you get technical, you have to cooperate in both defensive actions and attacking actions. You alone is not a one-man game. You alone can't do it. The other thing is that football don't care where you come from, whether you're rich or you're poor. They don't care. What is required is a particular skill level. It is something that the coach look for, people who play for the team, who wants the team to do well, who wants to have that camaraderie in place. So football is something that can transform players' lives. They meet new people, they get new friends, and also they are able to see other person's perspective who they would not in the normal course of their life would meet any at all. In the long run, if we want to attack some of these challenges that we have, I think we should focus our attention on the development side of the football, which is the grassroots. And the bigger the base you have at the grassroots level is the more professionally players you will produce as a country.
My name is Nugent Walker. I am playing in the Junior Cup U9 tournament. Come watch us. I'm gonna skill out 500 players.